What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, taking a look at my Open Great League team that got me to number 16 on the global leaderboard at nearly 3,400 elo. This is the highest I've been on the leaderboard, at least in a very long time. I don't remember being number 16. I know I've been in the top 50 a few times. I don't think I've been at number 16. So very happy with how this team performed. And of course with my Master Premier League teams as well. If you haven't seen those, I'll link them in the description down below. Now, I ran this team throughout the whole season. Y'all have seen it if you've been around this channel for a while, so I'm not going to go through a ton of battles, a ton of different leads. Instead, what I wanted to do today was slow the battles down a little bit. Well, still faster than normal playing speed, but slower than my normal recordings. And really talk through some of the decisions that I'm making as I go throughout the battle. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the team. On lead, I'm leading Skarmory. It's one of the best leads that you have because you can always just Brave Bird and dip if you need to, unless it's something like a Lanturn, in which case you just want to get out of there immediately. But, you know, there's not too many things that you can't Brave Bird and it still does a lot of damage. As my closer, I am running Hawkmo O. Yes, I am. But no, you do not get to see the IVs just yet. Not until after NAIC. If I even take an NAIC, I don't know for sure. Anyways. My safe swap, I am running Diggersby. I think it's one of the best safe swaps out there right now, especially if you're trying to lure out things that Hawkmo O is weak to. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on into some of these battles. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. It really does help the channel grow. Alright, first lead is a Dugong. This is a really bad lead for this team. Of course, I'd rather see it on Skarmory than anywhere else. We are going to go ahead and no shield this first Icy Wind, and then what I do is I throw one Still Wing and I throw immediately. It seems like if you throw quickly here, people are expecting you to Brave Bird and dip. So a lot of times they'll throw up the shield here, and then you can land the Brave Bird in the second charge attack. This opponent did not shield, which makes it a lot more awkward. Normally I can eat this second Icy Wind, I can Brave Bird, and then I can have one of my dragons take out the remaining health of the Dugongs. But since they didn't shield, I kind of have to shield the second Icy Wind. I have to throw the next Sky attack here. And they actually let that go through too. I think I can snipe with my Diggersby, so I do swap out, and I lure out an Annihilape. Annihilape, a fighting type. That tells me they have to be weak to Diggersby in the back, so I'm going to protect this thing. I connect with the Aqua Tail. They knew that couldn't be Outrage, so they let it through. But at the same time, I know that they have to be weak to this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and throw up a shield. They do bait me with a Night Slash, and I want to get this out of the way before they land a Shadow Ball. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the next Aqua Tail. They do let it go through, and they decide to two-shield their Trevenant, but look how much these Dragon Tails are doing. Again, I'm not going to even build up like I have Outrage. They would outpace to the Shadow Ball if I did. So I'm just going to throw this Aqua Tail, because the Dragon Tails are doing so much, they have to throw up their shield on something. I'm going to be looking for that next Aqua Tail, forcing them to throw. Seed Bomb is double resisted, but Trevenant has a high enough attack that it does still take out. But at this point, I think I can just fast move down. I don't think I need to even throw. Hawkmo O can easily tank one Shadow Ball. It has enough bulk for that. And yeah, at this point, we can just fast move down with either of the two Pokemon. I come in with Skarmory. They try to get an Icy Wind off, I guess. But we snipe that energy, and that's the GG's. All right, into the next one. Lickitung lead. This is a good lead. I wouldn't say it's a great lead. I don't necessarily want to stay in here for forever, because if they have something like a Charmer in the back, we don't want our Skarmory to be super low. And I have seen Lickitung paired with the Wigglytuff in the past. I'm going to overfarm just a little bit, making sure that they're not going to try to CMP me or anything strange like that. And then I'm going to go straight for the Brave Bird. Brave Bird connects, puts him into the red. We come in with our Diggersby and we lure out a Gligar. And this is what I'm saying with Diggersby just being a really good safe swap. People don't know how to answer it. And if we want to, we can shield and we can take out this Gligar here. Dig, of course, would one-shot. They shouldn't be able to bait and make the dig, though. So this should just be another Aerial Ace. Right? Yeah, it's another Aerial Ace. We're going to go ahead and eat that. We're going to farm down. If Lickitung comes back in, they're in Aqua Tail range. Aqua Tail got buffed this season. So even though it's non-stab, it should be able to take out the bulky Lickitung after that Brave Bird connected. So I'm just watching. I'm seeing what comes in. I see that normal typing. I immediately throw the Aqua Tail and we take out the Lickitung. In the back, they are going to have an Annihilape. I would love to get some Dragon Tail damage in there while I'm resisting the counters, but I also don't want to give them a ton of energy. So I'm just going to come in with Hakamo-O, and I'm just going to, again, just abuse the fast move pressure. Hakamo-O is just so good against these glassy ghost types, sure. But in general, glassy Pokemon that take neutral from Dragon Tail, it's going to do really well into them. Now they do end up baiting, and then they get the Shadow Ball off. Notice how I didn't throw. If I was going to throw, I should have thrown the Brick Break, because that drops their defense automatically. But it just wasn't necessary at this point. Anyways, that's going to be GG's. Played to my opponent. All right, into the next one. Another positive lead with the Altaria. They're staying in, telling me they have something else weak to Skarmory in the back. I'm going to farm up, let them throw the Moonblast, and then I was going to Brave Bird. They actually swap out into the Lanturn. So now I can hard punch this with Hakamo-O. Hakamo-O does win all even shields. I did stay in a little bit with Skarmory, so they got a little bit of an energy lead. And I don't know what's going on with the IV spread on this Lanturn. The Thunderbolt did slightly more than I'm used to it doing. So I go Brick Break here. And I think that's a misplay, actually. But I decide... So I could have just done the Dragon Claw there, right? And I didn't have to give up a shield. Like I said, we win all even shields, even the zeros. I decide I'm going to farm down. The Altaria is low enough that 2 Dragon Claws is going to be threatening to it. Again, I think they have something else weak to Skarmory in the back, so they're going to want to protect this Altaria. They're going to be able to get both of these off. Hakamo-O actually won CMP there. I think they might have had 1 turn lag, which is unfortunate for them. I think they should have been able to throw this as soon as they came in. They definitely had the energy for it. But that's all right. Down goes Hakamo-O. In comes Skarmory. And they actually, I was just confused here. They bring in a Galarian Stunfisk, and this is a misplay. I should go straight Brave Bird. But I don't. I go Sky Attack, and then I go Brave Bird. Brave Bird will put them at half health. They end up throwing up a shield, and that's great for me. Because now, as long as they don't bait me, I'll be able to get this Aqua Tail off onto them. And even if they do bait me, I'll be able to get the Aqua Tail off. It just makes it a lot more comfortable if they don't bait me. So here comes the Aqua Tail. This is not going to be taking them out, but it will be putting them pretty low. Second Aqua Tail for sure does it. Even a Sky Attack from this range does it. We're going to be able to get to the second Aqua Tail on CMP. Technology wins that CMP, and that's just going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. So those that are wondering about the 1 turn lag they had when they came in there, if that's what it was, even if I don't grab their shield there, I think I'm still in an okay spot. Well, maybe not. I'm thinking about it. Maybe not. I might have got bailed out by the game there, but regardless. Anyways, Annihilape lead is one of the toughest. Annihilape and Poliwrath are probably the 2 toughest that I rarely am able to maneuver around. But I do always bring in Dragalge immediately. They swap out. They bring out a Skarmory. And so I'm just going to go for the Aqua Tails here. Get the second Aqua Tail off. I got a little greedy there. Technically wasn't supposed to get that Aqua Tail off. I should have just thrown it immediately. I wasn't playing perfectly. I really wasn't. I got carried by the team. And I guess a couple times I got carried by game mechanics, if I'm totally transparent here. We are going to get the Steel Wing down there. They come in Lanturn. Now Hakamo-O has a lot of work to do, but they stayed in with this Annihilape. Yeah, they have a ton of energy, but again, I'm just going to be able to bully my way through. I'm just going to be able to just tap all the way down. I don't want to throw at bad timing. I could have thrown the Brick Break and probably grabbed a shield and then Dragon Tail down, but just keeping health on Hakamo-O, knowing I can guarantee debuff this Lanturn and they're not going to be able to clear it, that just makes a lot more sense in my mind. We go for the first Brick Break, and I'm going to go Brick Break a second time. Reason being, if they eat this, I can maybe even Dragon Tail all the way down. And if they shield this, I'm not that far from 2 moves on Skarmory. So after 1 more Dragon Tail probably, yeah, they're in Brave Bird range. They're definitely in Brave Bird range. Maybe even without that Dragon Tail because they were 2 stages debuffed. We're going to be able to grab their second shield there. Combo play with the Brave Bird and take the win. So that'll be a GG's. Well played. Yeah, opponent actually top left on that one. Into the next one. Skarmory into Mantine. This is definitely where you want to see the Mantine. Here's how I play this. I wait and see what they have. If they have Ice Beam, we're throwing Sky Attack and we're playing this matchup out fully with our army. If they have Water Pulse, then Jirachi is no longer threatened by this thing. And you can go straight Brave Bird and come in with Jirachi. Yes, there's a chance that in-game Hakumo-O ends up on it and you have to shield an Aerial Ace. I think it's worth the risk to be able to bait out whatever is good. The good Dragon answer is. Anyways, they come in with a Surfetch'd. I overfarmed enough with the Skarmory that I could stay in. I could grab a shield. Now I can come in with Jirachi and I can just Dragon Tail all the way down. I have 2 shields. Might as well use them at some point. It's going to be a Night Slash bait, which means they will make it to another Night Slash, but they will not make it to the Brave Bird. So Night Slash coming through, no big deal. It probably puts me in... I'm still out of Aerial Ace range, but I'm very close to Aerial Ace range from the Mantine. I have enough energy to be at the Outrage, so I am going to go ahead and throw before they get off a potential Ice Beam. That grabs a shield. Again, I'm just going to do one and then throw. Get this thing as low as I can. That way I can potentially Steel Wing down or Dragon Tail down, whichever I need to do. They actually no shield and I pivot out and they top left. I don't know what they had in the back. I don't know. That's such a strange top left to me. It had to be something, maybe, oh, you know what it was? It's probably a Chestnut. I've seen that back line a couple times. Though I normally see it with a Talonflame lead, I believe. Anyways. Another Annihilape safe swap. This is why having Jirachi in the back is so good. This one's actually running Ice Punch. I don't think they can really flip switch here, but it does force me to use shields, right? Now, I use my first shield, and then I'm like, you know, I can survive an Ice Punch. I can survive one. So we'll see if they want to go down 2 shields. I really didn't want to go down 2 shields. We'll see if they want to go down 2 shields, and even then, can they get the counter down before I get the Dragon Tail down? They do get 2 shields, and they do. They barely get the counter down. So I'm going to come back in with Skarmory. I'm going to just soak the energy here. We're going to trust in Hakumo-O, up a shield. Just an Ice Punch. And they come out with a Dugong. And I'm just like, thank you. Thank you for showing your Dugong. Now I go Brave Bird immediately here, because I want to make sure that 2 moves are going to KO. Probably a little bit overkill. Could have gone Sky Attack into Brave Bird. Doesn't matter. Either way, I'm going to give up my shield here. Either way, I'm giving up the shield here. So Icy Wind comes through. I just need to make sure that they don't catch here. We're going to get this off. Oh yeah, they had Shadow Vic in the leader. We have 3 answers for Shadow Vic. So yeah, Grasshole hates Hakumo-O. Grasshole hates Hakumo-O. Because even if it Sableyes the pivot on Grasshole, then you're resisting the Foul Play. So it's still a really good matchup for Hakumo-O. Right, into the next one. Big lead. This is a more neutral lead. What I normally do is I build up to 8, and then I try to catch on Jirachi. A lot of Annihilapes will throw on 8 because they want to CMP you in case you Brave Bird. But this one didn't throw at all. We lure out a Clodsire, and I'm like, man, I don't know this matchup. I haven't seen this. But I'm thinking I can flip it. I don't know if flipping it's worthwhile, but if I can keep the Jirachi alive and have it on Vig, that's also really good for me. They throw here. I only counted 6 mud shots after the first earthquake, and it is just a Stone Edge. So we don't really keep our Jirachi as healthy as I was hoping, but we do get switch here. So, I mean, it's something. They come with the Vig, they're forced to throw. And now I have a decision to make. Because I have a move on Skarmory. It's really just what do I think's in the back. Hakumo, yeah, it's a fighter, but the fast move pressure is Dragon. So it's not like I'm destroying this thing here. I'm still taking neutral from body slams. 2 body slams plus a bunch of counters is going to KO me. I end up giving up my second shield. They're staying in, which makes me think, oh man, it's probably a Lanturn in the back, isn't it? Think I can get the farm down? And we do. Get the farm down. It's a Sableye in the back. And here's the thing, it's a Shadow Sableye. I go for the Dragon Claw, and they actually eat it. I should go for the Brick Break here. Why don't I go for the Brick Break? I don't know. I don't know. if I go for the Brick Break, we just still wing down. We just still wing down and we win the game. Now I'm having to race them. I'm having to get to 2 sky attacks before they take out my Skarmory. And honestly, I think this is one where my Skarmory IVs cost me. Because those Shadow Claws into this Foul Play did a lot more than I was expecting them to. And it takes out my Skarmory on CMP. They doubled up as well. They're going to be able to take out my Hakamo. Oh, and that's GG's. Well played to my point. If I just saw the Brick Break though, like don't leave it up to chance like that. Oh, we got one more battle. Ah, there it is. I saw a ton of Lanturn leads. I'm surprised more didn't make this video. Well, okay, most of these battles are from the 9-1 run that I had. That kind of catapulted me up this 100 elo. So, that's fair. Lanturn lead, Wiggly, Tough, Day Swap. We're full sending the gunk, and it connects. And I'm like, please be double charm. It's not, but it is a Lickitung in the back, and I am just in such a good position now. Because guess what? Skarmory's going on this Lickitung, Hakamo is going on that Lanturn. The game is unlosable from this point. I mean, even Hakamo by itself is just going to be really freaking good. But yeah, I mean, this is just a GG's already. They're going to go ahead and throw some energy. Actually, oh, they were still on the clock. They were still on the clock. And then out comes Lanturn. I show Hakamo. And that's a GG's. Well played to my opponent. So yes, we do get all the way up to... Oh, I don't have it here. Well, hopefully I posted the leaderboard ranking somewhere so y'all can, know that I'm not just making this up. Hopefully. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This ended up being a little bit longer than I anticipated, but that's fine. Hopefully y'all got some value out of this. If you did, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below. Thank you to my channel members for your support. And until next time, this is ChillisFM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.